wish you could see your mic screen.
It's a triple.
It's very nice. Triple, good.
All right. Well, call it an albino Wookiee penis.
Probably.
Yeah.
Weird. You think they would be hairy?
Yeah.
I think they would be smooth like a dog's.
Maybe.
Hidden in there somewhere.
Yeah.
They'd come out like a lipstick.
An albino what?
Wookiee.
A Wookiee.
If anything, it would be a Yeti collar.
Yeah.
This is I don't even need to talk. It's just great.
This is just greatness.
Okay, so I wanted to first
Even
ask.
a Yeti would probably have a lipstick.
Yeah, probably. I mean, any woolly creature probably would.
It's a Yeti fetus.
But what is the Yeti's environment? That's the question.
The Yeti fetus. Just wrapped around it.
I think that was that episode of the $6 Million Man. They saw that.
Yeah.
When he fought the Sasquatch.
Is it my CJ channel?
And the $6 Million Man had to jack off the Bigfoot to save the day or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure that was the 6 million?
I think that was it, right?
But the fact that Bigfoot was bionic.
Do you know that there is a real thing? There's Bigfoot porn. It's a real thing.
What?
Some woman.
The real Bigfoot?
The woman writes fanfic.
He's getting work?
Makes money writing fanfic. Bigfoot.
So they found one.
That's why you never see them.
Google it. Google it. There is Bigfoot porn, and it talks about his large, veiny.
I don't know if I want that in my search history.
Oh, I do.
It's a thing, man.
Large baby
I'm
Bigfoot
right.
dick in my search history.
I'm dying for my son.
Oh, have you guys ever seen dragons fucking cars?
Dragon's fucking car.
No, is that a thing?
It's a thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Wait,
Dragons fucking cars. They fuck the tailpipe.
Is it like an animated?
Seriously.
How do you think they have fire from out of it? You know they have a fire with it. That's not
serious. I'm serious. There's like at least 50 pictures online of somebody's drawing of a dragon fucking a tailpipe.
With a tailpipe?
No, he's got the car. I'm not joking. It's true. Google it.
Insulting to dragons.
Google it.
The automotive industry.
It's enough of a thing where the art director on Archer showed up about a year ago with a new car, and he was all excited, and he was like, "Hey, come see my car." And by an hour later, there was a picture of him photoshopped into a brand new car, and somebody had put a dragon and put it as his screensaver. Words coming out of his mouth said, "Me not want." This car
the car doesn't want it.
1 hour.
The car was saying it.
No, the guy was saying, they photoshopped his face as the driver of the car, driving it as it's being fucked.
He was saying he didn't want his car to be fucked.
He does not. Who does?
He does.
So
Me not want.
It's like it's a metaphor for something.
If you think a potato in your tailpipe is bad,
Eddie Murphy, take a hike. Get out of town.
I'm not falling for the dragon penis on the tailpipe.
dragon talking big tailpipe.
So there's a show you guys do called Archer, right?
And, it's all about dragons and Sasquatch
gorillas.
That's season 6, right?
It is.
It's really just building to that final shot in the final episode where Archer discovers a dragon fucking a car. That's it. That's what we're building to.
No, it's all been the dream of a dragon.
His fantasy.
When he drowned, saving Lana 8 months
The
ago.
dragon's name is Bob Newhart.
This is a sexual fantasy at the end of the series.
The dragon's name is Saint Elsewhere.
And the car's name is Patrick, what's his face from Dallas?
Patrick Duffy?
Patrick Duffy.
Yeah.
No.
It's the 1970s Patrick Duffy.
That's where that was invented. That trope.
We just watched the
Bobby
final
Ewing,
episode of season 5, and these guys did a really nice job.
It was very emotionally resonant.
Nice.
So, that's you know, it's dick jokes and Pam shitting out pool balls, but it's very emotionally
It
resonant.
was nice. Each one of these guys had a nice moment in that episode too. I thought it was. I think you did when you ran away and came back. And I thought there were some really nice moments.
Redemptive moment for Krieger.
Yeah.
Right. I like that as the show goes on, everybody moves past the character that's built out. Cyril's a sex addict, and Archer's now a father, and Krieger's the Hitler clone with the Rush obsession and a Japanese bride hologram. So everybody's moved past their initial setup. I like that. I like that the story's evolving, and the serialized elements are really fantastic as well. So is there?
Yeah, I think that serialized thing, we try to do it lightly, because Adam and I have learned our lessons for, we made a show called C-Lab, and that was That was, I can't watch it sometimes, but I don't think it's really holds up that well. But that was not serialized at all, you know, because people would die in an episode and then the next episode they'd just be magically alive again. And then the next show we did was just like super serialized, like everything was important. And I think we learned our lesson from that because people couldn't watch it as well because no one could jump into
you can't just pop it.
episode 7 of the second season, you can't just jump into it. And so what we try to do on Archer is we don't want it to be mission of the week every week, but these characters, definitely everything that has happened before in their lives matters. You see Archer's tattoos on the back of his back, you know, that's just one symbolic way. What we decided early on though is that we can't keep your bullet holes because we just couldn't keep track of all your bullet holes.
No, you're right.
So your tattoos stick, but your bullet holes,
Gotta heal.
yeah, they just you
Maybe
magically
Krieger has some.
Yeah, product. The sad.
Archer gets
But
shot
the
in like
point
every
was,
episode.
I consider it light serialization because I want people to be able to jump in to, you know, I want new people to be able to watch season 6 and oh, great, now they can go back on Netflix or wherever and watch the first season.
Right.
But it is important for these characters all to grow and, you know, all that good stuff.
No, it's fantastic. I do enjoy it a lot. And you mentioned C-Lab. For some reason, the episode that sticks in my head is the Trapped in the Closet episode.
Yeah.
So they're stuck in the closet. And you did that way before. So, fuck that guy.
That was that episode, Trapped in the Closet, was strictly a exercise in how little money could we spend on an episode. So everybody just walks into a closet and the door closes behind them and it's locked and they can't get out. And so it's just one shot. With the lights go out for a while. I'm not joking. It was.
That's great.
It was, yeah.
I wonder if R. Kelly watched that episode and then came up with his epic.
Maybe.
He left at 11 minutes and I could do 74.
Yeah.
Will you do an episode of Archer like that? Just out of laziness.
No, I think if you watch the show, all we do is spend money now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the worst businessman in the world.
That explosion was fantastic though. Just
Great.
like, you know, you go back to season 1, now season 5, that was fantastic.
It's crazy. I think the comedy still holds up in season 1, but the look of the show in season 1, I have trouble watching it as opposed to how it looks now. Like the people that are animating and drawing the show are doing such a wonderful job. And we were just watching it in the Alamo Draft House, kind of on a big movie screen, and to see that season 5 rocket go up in the air and see those airplanes and stuff, I was like, wow, these guys are really good at their jobs.
Yeah. So, John, Lucky, and Chris, I wanted to ask you, I know that it's probably a really tight ship in terms of scripting. Is there any room for improvisation at all?
Very little. I mean, you're not discouraged from doing it. I mean, I'd come up with some ideas maybe with you.
Yeah.
And change things a little bit, but on the whole, not much.
I think Adam always says it like, he has this theory about the way he writes, which is, if you can take a sentence out of the script and it doesn't matter to the script, why was that sentence inside of there anyways? Right. And so even if these guys are improv and stuff, they have to stick with that theme because that line that is there is so intricate to what he writes that, you know, so, but then there are like these really wonderful fun moments that we do, you know, come up with as we're going along.
But there are these group reactions to things.
Oh yes.
That are usually not written out too much, and then so there's room to, you know, try
There's room
something
to say, or oh shit,
or you.
Are any suggestions offered up, like with Krieger, just to make him completely more bizarre than he already is?
What? Improvising?
Yeah, well, no, just like you just say, well, hey, wouldn't it be really funny if Krieger had a Japanese bride, or...
No, none of it comes from me. It's just I'm happy, Adam's such an amazing writer that there really is no need for it. The only thing I would ever change is, you know, sometimes, we just did this the other day. There's a joke or something written in,
a good joke.
and then there's just, it doesn't quite play, right? And then so we just start messing with different things. That's where Smoke Bomb came from, actually.
Yeah.
Well, there wasn't originally a Smoke Bomb. I think Krieger just ran away.
Yeah.
And then we went through a series of things to say, and then I think the final one was Smoke Bomb, and that's when that stuck.
We came up with it
the other day.
The joke was, this is a joke in talking about the improv from 602.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, there is a dancing bear that is disappointing Krieger.
Okay.
Dancing robotic bear that is disappointing him, and I can't remember what the original line was.
Michigan J fuckwad or Michigan frogwad,
and then eventually we ended up. He liked something else, but I liked, and I'm gonna one who's gonna edit it. So yeah, I ended up liking Mr. Bear Jangles.
Yeah, that's my
because he
favorite
was doing it himself. She was doing something else.
Mr.
Bear Jangles.
I can't remember what was in the middle. We went through several things in the middle that were like, and then we finally nailed it.
It was, what do you call a robotic tap dancing bear? And the answer is Mr. Bear Jangles.
Yeah, if you're bummed out at it.
Yeah.
I think that works.
I like it.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. What's your Bear Jangles? Give me a song for your robot side. So
Dog up and die.
where, and I'm sure it's probably easy to think about, but where did the genesis for Archer show up? Was it just the James Bond meets Arrested Development, or was there much more to that?
That's how Adam pitched it. He pitched it. That was his. You walk in and say, "This is what we're doing," and the exact sentence he used was Arrested Development meets James Bond.
Adam will go on vision quests where he goes for long walks across foreign lands to get inspired by stuff. Like Spain is a favorite of his to walk across and just come up with stuff. And I think that's when he came up with Archer, right? On a walkabout.
And so how did it, for you guys, how did it come to you? I mean, with your history with the Atlanta guys, so how did it all land on your doorstep with Archer?
I didn't know these.
We didn't know each other.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We had shows that were on next to each other on Adult Swim, but we didn't know each other.
Swim shows before.
Right, and that's where I kind of thought it was too.
Yeah. I think I auditioned for a part in the pilot, and then didn't hear anything back about that, and then much later on, I got an offer to do Cyril in it. And that's how I remember it.
Yes, you auditioned for Major Jackoff, which and we're like, holy shit, Chris wants to do this? Great, you can be Cyril, Chris. So it was like the audition for this. Yeah.
Oh, really?
The villain of the first
first couple seasons, yeah.
And he did a good audition, but we were like, oh, we don't want to waste you on a guy. Yeah. So
not every episode.
That's your dad. Archer's dad.
Oh, okay. So the kid from the kid.
Maybe.
He was in the
He's
pilot?
dead now. He was going to be.
Oh, he was going to be
in the pilot, and he ended up.
I think he was in episode 2. I think that was Mallory, and they walked in, and
he was in the pilot. I
I
think.
think he was in the pilot.
I think he might have been. She's having the phone
Yeah,
conversation.
I just rewatched it. Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that conversation.
Yeah.
Never
Lucky. Adam and I have done a couple of different shows with Lucky.
I was an Exticle on Christy Dingo. And
you were Exticle number 1.
Yeah, the voice of reason Exticle.
Yes.
As it was described to me. And Krieger doesn't talk for the first 3 episodes or something like that. He's just this weird silent guy. And he was gonna begin talking, and Amber and I work at a theater together in Atlanta doing improv. And when she went in to record Pam, they showed her Krieger's mug and said, "Who do you think would be good?" She said, "Get Lucky." And here I am. Yay!
It's just
John, we lost the bet.
and that bet was, will you be an Archer? And he said no.
I don't remember auditioning.
No, we just called you.
Yeah. I'd do anything. I would do anything.
Yeah. I went in to read for my pals, and then when I went in, they said, Archer will be played by Jon Benjamin, and then I got really, really excited, because I'm a huge fan. And,
home movies.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dr. Katz, everything. So great. And so I got really, really excited, and we didn't know if I would be approved until the very last second, right?
Yes.
It was, because we'd gone through this before, where you do stuff and then the network is like, yeah, you change that guy. You don't like that guy, or change this whole thing. And so, Matt was like, now you understand how it works. We want you to do it. We love you, but we just don't know if the network is going to approve it. And it kept going it was close to the wire, them having to do we have to turn in the episode tomorrow. Do you like this guy or not? And I get the end. Yeah, I almost didn't get a job.
Oh, and Chris, before we go, I just want to tell you, love Spurgatory, and I miss it, and I'm going to miss it.
Thanks, man.
Such a lovely show.
They got canceled?
Yeah.
Go to Rick and Morty instead.
Rick and Morty,
It's the
Dan
best
Harmon's new show.
other cartoon on television.
Cable.
It's amazing. It's amazing. No offense to Bob's, but
yeah,
Super Science speaks more to me anyway.
right, and you know, Bob's Burgers, that's
He's also amazing.
huge now. I mean,
Amazing.
Yeah.
you know, you get people saying it's surpassing The Simpsons now, you know.
It's what other show.
Yeah, I mean, now, you know, and so I mean, to me, I just love I don't know, like they were talking about the family element and how it's just this bizarre family that you were like, how in the hell are these people cohabitating? But they do, and they love each other.
Yeah, that's a great thing about that show is they're a team. You know, no matter what, they're always a team.
Hey, like Archer, perhaps.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a team that like hates each other. Whereas I think on Bob's, the Belters all really love each other.
And they won't kill each other on a regular basis, possibly.
Right.
Well, although you did almost die in your season finale, tied to the bottom of the
that's true.
wharf
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. That's a big stretch for that show.
Yeah.
They don't usually do something.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you,
Appreciate
man.
it. And I will never forget the Bigfoot porn, ever.
Yeah.
That's just such a weird thing.
Google it. Google Bigfoot porn and dragons fucking.
I'll definitely forget the Bigfoot, but I'll never forget the dragon.
I think that's going to be trending after this goes online.
Dragon trend.
Dragon.
Google trending.
Show?
Yeah.
Dragons fucking cars.
Yeah,
it's not that bad.
I'm sweating.
We're
so
from
much.
Dallas and we're still sweating.
Hey, take off that outer shirt. That's
Yeah, you
Right,
have an outer-
no, and that's I'm terrible at dressing
wrapping
myself.
yourself in layers.
I know. I chose not to have my mother
Well,
do
they
it today.
sent us an email saying dress in layers.
They said dress in layers.
Who said that?
The conventioneers.
Fools.
Yeah, I know, right? They're like, we're gonna keep the AC pretty low, guys, so bring a jacket. I'm like,
Everybody's dressed in suits.